3.2 is about compound statement and connective. The compound statement means you have more than one simple statements connect together. Okay, as in the first section or 3.1, the simple statement is just one single sentence. So you can tell either true or false. Okay, true or false, not both at the same time. And then for the compound statement, you're going to connect with the connective. So what are connectives that we're talking about? Going to be the term, the and, the or, the if then, and the last one is if and only if. So you're going to have the statement on the left and on the right of the and, statement on the left, on the right of the or, the statement after if, and then after then, the statement before and after, if and only if. So gonna be different cases depends on the connective that you have. So these are all called like connective. And, or, if then, if and only if. So in the box here, the blue box, these are the simple statement. Okay. The for the connective and, let's see, there's different colors. This is called conjunction. For the or, it's called disjunction. The if then is called a conditional statement. And the last one is called biconditional statement, which is the connective if and only if. Because do have two-way directions here. So biconditional statement. Okay. So conjunction, disjunction, conditional, biconditional. So 4 connectives that we will work on for this chapter. All right, talking about the symbolic form. For the and or the conjunction, the symbolic form is in the form of like, looks like the letter V, but upside down. For the or, use the notation like V, like the normal V. Okay, the pointy like down on the bottom, but the and, the pointy is up on the top. For the if, then it's the conditional. So we use the arrow to represent the symbolic form of this notation. For the if and only if, we use the two-head arrow that represent like 2 ways. That's why it's called biconditional statement. So I'm going to name this one more time. So this is the conjunction. This is the disjunction. If then is the conditional. If and only if is the biconditional. Condition. Okay. And then the later part of the package is asked you to write from the statement into the symbolic form. Okay. For example, if we have the statement your stomach feels, let me see, feels full, but you are eating dinner. Typically, you will be given the statement that already defined by the problem. So for example, this is the example that I pull out from the package on page 2, problem 1A. This problem already defined each one by letting P or P statement P, which is the simple statement P, represents the sentence you are eating dinner, and statement Q, which is another simple statement, said your stomach feels full. So based on the simple statements P and Q and the statement that's provided by the problem, you are asked to write in the symbolic form. So the symbolic form, which means, so you're gonna look at the sentence that you have and then identify which part that represent by the simple statement P, which part represent by the statement Q, and what is the connective. Okay, so from this one, as you see, your stomach feels full, which is exactly the same as statement Q. You are eating dinner, that is the same as statement P. The connective but is, even though it's not one of the connective that you saw earlier, the but here is equivalent to the statement and. Okay, you can see the notes for more detail. What are equivalent connectives to the given one. So the but here is the same as and. As we identify the simple statements and the connective, so we can write these statements in the form of Q and P as a symbolic form. Okay, and then another one, if you are asked to write another one, like for example in part B, part C asks you to write a symbolic form of like, it is false that your stomach feels full and you are eating dinner. Do not worry about the meaning of it, okay? Just identify the sentence in the symbolic form, each simple statement, and then look for the keyword or the key term for the connective. Like for this example, we from the provided simple statements, like P represent you are eating dinner. You are eating dinner, which is this part. So this part will be represented by the simple statement Q. Your stomach feel full. So this part will be represented by the simple statement. No, I did the other way around, sorry. So the you are eating dinner, that's the statement P. I'm wrong. So this is a P. This is P, and then your stomach feels full, that is a statement Q. With the connective and, the and means you use the one with the notation like the V upside down. So that's a V. And then when you put together the end part, like after the word that, you're gonna have the Q and P, the same as the earlier example, but it's not finished like that because you still have the part that is in the front, which is the it is false that. It is false that, that means it's not true. What does it mean? It's not true. That means you're gonna use the negation to represent as a symbolic form of this part. So then to complete this statement, you have negation of the quantity of the Q and P as the symbolic form of this statement.